Hello and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time. This is your weekly psychic forecast for the week of the 7th to the 13th of February 2022, and we're going to start with a look at the whole week, then we will go day by day, and finally there is a bonus motivational card, or actually two cards this week, with some spiritual guidance for us all. So let's dive right in. Okay, let's take a look at the first cards. We've got 3 cards per day and for the overview of the week. So this week we have the Nine of Winter. That's not the best energy to see. It can be a little bit worrying when we see that. Discontent and Boredom, which is number 4. And then we have Fairy Spotting. Okay. So interesting mix, but the message that comes through, yeah, it's quite an interesting one for this week. So this week may actually begin with something of a pessimistic feel for some of us. And I think there's a real feeling of malcontent in there as well for some, like things aren't really going right, but maybe we don't know why or what to do about it exactly. So I think there could be some excessive worry or anxiety for some of us too, because it feels like the year is really starting to drag a bit. You know, definitely on a personal level for some people, it's really feeling like the energy is slow right now, like it's not moving as fast forward as we want it to. And if this is you, then I just want to reassure you that things aren't as bad as they seem right now. If you're waiting for something, for a new opportunity or a new relationship, or to see an outcome that that you've been working towards, hang on in there because it is coming, but divine timing is currently at play. So there are some big shifts coming along soon, and the anticipation of waiting for those can bring anxiety and overwhelm as we face a new dawn. So the advice here from the fairies is very much to lighten up. It's take each day as it comes, enjoy whatever there is to enjoy in your life right now, find happiness wherever you're able to find it, and look for the positives to get you through this time. It's not the easiest week on an emotional level, and I think some people may find themselves worrying a lot, and we want to make sure that doesn't spiral out of control. So try to stay present in the present moment, maybe take some time to read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, which I very, very much recommend. I'll link below. And if your mind is really spiraling, take a deep breath, know that everything is in divine and perfect order right now, but it's just divine order sometimes looks messy. Okay, so you will find timestamps in the description below for the rest of the days of the week, so you can dip back in to this reading and go and look at Thursday or something as and when you need to. So let's move on to Monday. Okay, Monday's cards. We have number 7, Deception and Envy. Again, not the most positive card to see. Then we have the King of Autumn. And lastly, our fairy card here is Abundance. So again, quite a mixed bag coming through here. But the energy I really get for Monday is it's a little bit deceptive. I want to say beware of Greeks bearing gifts. Monday has a real Trojan horse energy to it. So somebody who maybe appears to be there wanting to help you, especially in finance, career, or abundance, anything to do with money, may not be all that they seem. There's a real feeling of envy today too. So really beware of anyone that offers to help you. They may not be acting in your best interests at all. So I want you to be aware of that. Having said that, there is actually a good potential for projects or new investments on Monday, as long as you listen to the right people and also listen to your gut, which is what's going to help you to discern who really wants to help you and who's just there to make trouble and who's there to spectate, because some people aren't there to help at all. They just want to watch and eat popcorn, or even take advantage of you. So really listen to that inner voice very, very carefully. If you get a job offer on Monday, think and feel into it very carefully before you say yes or no. So Tuesday, decisions, decisions. Here are our cards. 7, choose wisely. We have the Two of Winter, and we have divination. Okay, so the number 2 energy is really, really strong on Tuesday, so you could feel yourself sort of swinging backwards and forth between moods. finding yourself with too many options, having trouble making decisions. Even the simplest decision, like what sandwich to have for lunch, could be a little bit too much. Or even doubting your own judgment, which is another aspect of unbalanced 2 energy. It's a real seesaw day. Look out for mood swings, moody people. It's not a very stable energy at all, so don't beat yourself up if you're struggling to focus or make choices. In particular, when it comes to big life decisions like moving house, getting married, starting a project. The best advice for Tuesday is really to get out of your head and drop into your body to see how you really feel about the options in front of you. If you have a decision to make, the body won't lie, and it can reveal how you truly feel about something. So you could body douse, for example, use muscle testing if that's something you know how to do, or alternatively tune into your guides or your angels and ask for a little bit of divine help there. Your intuition will give you much better answers than your mind on Monday. You may also find yourself beginning to use your intuition or your psychic ability a bit more than usual. Sorry, on Tuesday, I said Monday. Moving forwards, this is something that's highlighted for all of us. See, Tuesday is such a confusing energy. I don't even know what day it is. It is kind of a sign on Tuesday that we are all going to be using our intuition, our psychic ability a lot more moving forwards. So don't be surprised if suddenly you feel a bit inspired to order a pack of tarot cards on that day, because that is something that's going to be coming up in that energy. Okay, Wednesday, let's take a look at the cards. We have number 5, emotional loss. We have 18, the moon. And we have hidden depths. Okay. So Wednesday brings in a lot of emotion. This is deep. We're going deep here, guys. We could be going to some very deep waters, so bring your towel or your handkerchief, because there could well be a lot of tears. Old hidden emotions bubbling up, grief that we buried, or just something that we forgot to deal with may surface on Wednesday. I feel it could be unexpected too. This won't necessarily be something that you were even consciously aware of, but whatever it is for you, it's a good chance it's going to hit on a deep emotional level, so watch out for that. I think you'll probably feel it most if you have a lot of water in your astrology, so if you have Cancer, Scorpio in particular, or Pisces featuring prominently in your chart or in your big 3. It feels almost like a bit of an emotional tidy up that's going on though, so it's not a bad thing that this is happening. On a practical level, it's some deep emotions that you need to look at right now, or feel, or experience, or deal with, so that you can move on in your life somehow. So this is actually a positive, even if it feels a little bit disconcerting when it happens. It's presenting as part of an opportunity for growth, so don't avoid it if those deep emotional depths beckon. It's very important work for your soul's path. So if you're enjoying this reading, please do remember to drop me a like and subscribe to the channel, and remember to hit that notification bell so that you receive notifications about all of my weekly forecasts and my other readings too. There is going to be a special Valentine's Day reading soon, which I'm very excited about, and also a special numerology reading for the 22nd of February, which is 222222. Very interesting indeed. On to Thursday. Okay, let's take a look at the cards. Thursday we have number 1. Love begins. 3 of winter, and we have go outside from the fairies. Okay. So after the emotional energy of Wednesday, I feel that there is a real sense of spiritual healing and perhaps peace for Thursday, which is going to be a bit of a relief. I am shown some emotional new beginnings with the first card, which in a traditional tarot deck, this one here, Love Begins, this would be the Ace of Cups, which is a lovely sign, but it feels like achievement that comes from suffering. You know, this isn't something that's come easily. This is something that's coming through because you've worked and you've suffered towards it. So you may have reached a new start that you wanted, but you may have had to suffer to get to it, to struggle to get there. It wasn't an easy path, but there is a sign that some of us will be feeling like we finally closed the book on a particular spiritual lesson, that we can close that chapter and actually move on to a new one now. So this is a very hopeful sign, very positive. Also, we have Reiki healing and spiritual healing, which is highlighted today. So if you're a Reiki practitioner, there is very much a call to do a self-healing treatment today, on Thursday. And if you're not already in a daily routine, some people literally do it every day. It's a little nudge, a reminder that it may be time to start one, to do Reiki on yourself every day. If you're not a Reiki practitioner, but you would like to be, you can actually get your first attunement and an easy to follow guidebook for free from my website. I'll put the link below to my free Reiki Basics listing, and you can check that out if you're interested. Another interesting point for Thursday is Thursday this week feels more like a Friday. So I think it's going to feel like a very long week. So just bear that in mind. Now, Friday, let's take a look at the cards. We have number 9, Suffering in Silence. We have the 8 of Winter. And we have Magical Gateway. Again, so, I mean, each day the cards have been such a mixed bag. It's been a very, very interesting week to look at. So Friday's energy is an interesting one, actually, because it feels like some of us could be falling back into old mental patterns, okay, feeling down or alone or playing the victim. So try to catch yourself if you start to go there this Friday. Playing victim is a hard habit to break, and there are some short-term payoffs, which is why it's very attractive, but it's ultimately not a helpful archetype to be embodying. It's very disempowering energy that keeps us stuck and keeps us unhappy ultimately. So I want to say on Friday, be brave, do the new thing. Join the sports club, sign up for the course you're interested in, or simply choose to stay objective when you're faced with a difficult situation. You don't have to be super positive all the time. You know, that can really be counterproductive, and positivity can be quite toxic if you're trying to force yourself to be positive all the time. But I want to say, choose to feel empowered and take steps to move your life in the direction you actually want it to go in on Friday. There's always something that you can do to feel empowered and to choose for yourself, even if you're not able to be like super positive. And also remember that not everyone around you is willing to work towards self-empowerment just yet. So be aware of other people playing the victim card today on Friday. You can be kind to them, you can be sympathetic, but don't try to fix their problems for them. That's their job, and you do people a disservice by trying to save them when they should actually be learning to stand on their own 2 feet. Okay, and on to Saturday. Let's take a look at the cards for Saturday. We have number 5, Obstacles and Challenges. We have the Queen of Summer. And we also have the Wisdom card from the Fairy Oracle. Okay, now all of these decks I will actually link to below if you're interested, want to grab yourself a pack to work with. These are really lovely cards. These are 3 different packs I'm pulling from here. Right, so Saturday's energy comes in actually with a feeling of achievement, with a feeling of accomplishment. Even if these accomplishments seem quite small, or if it's early days of a new project or a new plan. I'm shown intuition being very much highlighted and heightened on Saturday, and spiritual messages coming through from the higher realms will be coming through for lots of us, so do listen out for them. Saturday's energy feels like a beautiful reminder that we really can overcome any obstacles or reach our goals and dreams when we remember to tap into our higher selves, to communicate with our soul, our spirit guides, our angels, and with divine, with God. You know, they're all there waiting to help us at any moment. So whether it's through prayer, meditation, using divination like tarot, oracle cards, mediumship, we are very much divinely guided. And that reminder to use those divine resources that we have for guidance and wisdom, it's a very, very strong reminder today, you know, that we are not alone. There are always these divine beings that want to help us. On a practical note, your guides will be quite close by on Saturday, so I think the veil will be quite thin. So it might be a good day to do readings for yourself or for a friend. And you might also feel a little bit floaty, or like you've sort of got one foot in this world and one foot in the next. So remember to drink plenty of water and ground yourself if that happens. As I was tuning into these cards, I could actually hear Bob Marley's 3 Little Birds in my head. That's the one that tells you, you know, don't worry, everything's going to be all right. And that's kind of the message that comes through for Saturday. It's got a lovely, gentle, relaxy, floaty feel, so enjoy that spiritual high. Now, moving on to Sunday, let's take a look at the cards. We have number 6, Victory and Success. We have, what is it, the 2 of Summer. It would help if I looked at the card first, wouldn't it? And Pure Intention. Okay. So the numerology of Sunday's cards is actually quite interesting because we have a 2 and a 6 together, and they are the numbers that are actually influencing the most as a whole for this year. It's also noticeable that Sunday is the 13th day and the day before Valentine's Day, and I feel like there's a bit of a special energy this Sunday which feels very auspicious in nature, so it's positive. But we must make sure that we keep our sights high and our morals even higher. Okay, there's a real sense of positivity for the longer term, and you may find yourself musing on how to make the world a better place, making grand plans to help the Great Awakening, to help your fellow man. And all this is wonderful, but remember to stay in a place of being humble and don't let your ego jump in because that will take you down a blind alley. Okay, so Sunday is a really great day for manifesting. Um, but I think that the focus might be on sort of lofty ideals for the world rather than smaller personal goals. And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, there's a time and a place to manifest, on the bigger picture level, and a time and a place for ourselves. Manifesting and working with the law of attraction doesn't have to be selfish. You know, absolutely not. We're all a part of this world, so we have a responsibility ultimately to make it better, more harmonious, to make it a more loving place to live in. That's our job as much as anyone else's. And love is also highlighted on Sunday, so it actually feels like a lovely day for a Valentine's Day outing, if that's something that's possible for you. If not, if you're single, for example, find a way to bring some romance into your life in a different way. Maybe have a bath with candles, or get yourself a nice present, or some flowers. If you like flowers, but try to do something nice because the energy is really beautiful on Sunday, and if you're looking for a relationship, looking for love, that will actually help to magnetize the right person to you, and the energy is very, very much primed for that. So manifesting for relationships and romance is definitely a thing that you can do on Sunday, and that will really help you to find the right person quicker. We will move on to our motivational cards for the week. Normally only one card. I have two today from the Fairy Oracle because two wanted to come out, so here we are. We have inspiration, and we have journey. Okay, beautiful, beautiful cards. It's a real purity of soul and heart that comes through from these. I really love these two. Okay, so the message that I got from these is really quite angelic and uplifting. It was absolutely gorgeous energy coming off these two cards. And I think that overall we may look back on this week as actually quite an optimistic one. Even though there are highs and lows throughout the week, because it seems to mark an energy shift for a lot of people and the beginning of a whole new era on some level. So this is really important energy this week, even if it's up and down a bit. The message is very much one of optimism, opportunity, and positivity. There is a lot of love coming down to us from the higher realms this week, from heaven, from God, from the angels, and our hearts can really be lit up with joy, peace, inspiration, and happiness if we remember to ask for the support and accept it when it arrives. We are not alone. And although there's still a lot to do, there will be many reminders this week that we are loved by the divine, by God, we are loved by the angels, we're cherished by heaven, and that we are all the divine children of God at the end of the day. We are never forsaken or forgotten. The support, the love is always there, regardless of what your religion is, regardless of what your beliefs are. It's always there for us. So thank you very much for joining me again this week for the weekly forecast. There will be another forecast, of course, next Sunday. I will be uploading these regularly. I'm also going to do a monthly romantic reading, which is going to be coming soon. I haven't done February's yet. That will be coming up. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me one of your lovely comments if you've got something you'd like to share with me, and I will see you again soon.